Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. As you already know, I am George Onibe. Like we always say, we are sincerely making frantic effort to appeal to the conscience of our people. Peradventure, we will be able to grow to the level of maturity where you can live and allow other people to lead. It's disgusting. It's very hopeless when the only way you think you can survive is to think of how you will consume others. No. Life itself is not balanced with that mindset. This morning, without wasting much of our time, I want us to look at the message I simply titled, "The Only Way Nigerians Can Survive the Provocators is to Make Proper Use of Their Instincts." You heard me right. And now, I need you to look at Nigerians since you were born. And of course, I'm not talking to those of you who were born after the war. No, before the war. But if you were born after the war, let us say from 1970 to this very moment, I want you to go and flip across all the newspaper pages. There is no one that is talking about how to protect life and property. Invariably, there must something that attracts somebody. So someone interest, politically, religiously, economically, or otherwise. And so, what they did before re-echoes in our spirit, re-echoes in our mind. All this criminality has been embedded in the DNA of every Nigerian. No wonder we behave irrational across the globe, because every one of us are living by instincts already without our knowledge. Why? Because there are provocators out there, and every one of us must prepare our mind for the nearest future. If you look at the issue of insecurity, the government invests more on trying to handle the issue of insecurity. Insecurity from the Boko Haram, down to insecurity to the oil thefts, down to the insecurity of the unknown gunmen, down to the insecurity of different kind of criminals. All of them are acting on their instincts. But the truth I want you to know this morning is simple. If you don't act on your instincts, you will not survive these people who act on their instincts. But you should be able to understand how it works. First of all, we have provocators. Provocators who are Igbo Biafra people. They are the major provocators. Of course, the real provocators of Nigeria is Wazobia. Once this Wazobia is fighting for their rights, somebody must suffer. That is when they say when two elephants fight, the grass will suffer it. But currently, as a Kaman, as a Boman, as a South man, we are under the attack of the provocators. If it is not Fulani herdsmen, which can be tamed actually, except they are doing it from Abuja. Because Fulani herdsmen, you come to our land, you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. Except you tame us from Abuja, that is using the resources that is supposed to protect our life and property to destroy us. But they are not my concern. The major one is the one that say they are Igbo Biafra. They are the real provocators. They never say anything good about Nigeria. They don't see anything good about Nigeria. And yet they don't want to leave Nigeria. Many of them are there attacking Tinubu. Tinubu is still paid. Tinubu is evil, just to discredit him. But watch them. The Senate president, who is supposed to be, Deputy Senate president, who is an Igbo man, is having his own fair share of the deal, one Nigeria. Now, what is he telling Abia people? He said that Lesotho should go and thank Tinubu for Tinubu giving him money to develop Abia State. Let us clap for him. He's an Igbo man. This is how they deceive you. The same group of people say, divide Nigeria, but they are every corner of Nigeria, looking for how to survive. But when you talk, they say, you hate us, you are evil. If you go to my boss on daily basis, they are threatening me, they are telling me what they are going to do to me, how they will take me to DSS, how they will do it. But I laugh at them, because that will take us to another era in the history of this nation. I am your destiny, I am your doom. You see, this is how we started talking to Nnamdi Kanu. We started warning him. He thought he was living in the 1960s. This is a new generation. And you see the next one, we will not allow you to sell them. But he's a God, he's a powerful man. Today now, God is crying for medical attention. Let him admit to Nigerians that he is mad, so that the justice system will know how to handle this matter. Or pull the shot of Wazobia and then do what you have to do. But we are all learning provocators. Today, we cannot tell you this is who we are. Because one Igbo Biafra man will jump out, boom! If you are not Igbo, why are you answering Igbo name? How can this mentality lead us to one Nigeria? I know a lot of Idoma people. I know a lot of Igala people. Some of them name is Musa, some of them name is Mustafa, some of them name is Abubakar. But they are Igala people. I've never heard Hausa man tell somebody, why are you answering Hausa name? I've never heard Yoruba say, why are you answering Hausa name? My first son has a Yoruba name, but that doesn't make us Yoruba. If I have heard his Yoruba name, What else? What happens? Let us assume we answer Igbo name as Eka people, as Ikwere people. Let us assume we answer Ikwere name. We answer Igbo name rather. Does that make us Igbo people? Let's assume that. Because I am George, does it make me a British man? But these people are provocators. They know what they are doing. Take them for granted to the detriment of the next generation of our people. But we have come to a stage where we know the only way we can survive them is to act on our instincts. I'm coming. You need to understand why they are provocators. They are everywhere on social media. Their problem now is Anyoma and Ikwere, and they sub-Igbo group, not because they love us. The only thing they are trying to do is to use us as they always use us. Maybe fight Yoruba or fight Hausa, and boom, when it backfire, they will pull back and they will tell you that no, it's not them. They answer Igbo name, they are not Igbo, because they deny Chukwuma and Zogo when it comes to Igbo group. They tell you it's from South. But they will not tell you about the beneficiaries. They are provocators. But sometimes you jump into matter you know nothing about. But let's go back to history. Maybe you understand why, if you are considered a sub-Igbo group, do not lay down your guard for these Igbo Biafra people. Because they have nothing to lose. They don't know where they are coming from. These are a bunch of slaves dumped somewhere in Imo after the eradication, when the slave trade was abolished. And British used them to infiltrate communities. Today, they are looking for how to take our land. And so they sponsor people everywhere. One is looking for Biafra. One is fighting for Igbo presidency. One is fighting for Anyoma state. But let me explain to you, because we will not leave them. Until we stop hearing Anyoma is Igbo, Eka is Igbo, Ikwere is Igbo, we will not stop. Until we start hearing Igbo in 13 states in Nigeria, we will not stop. Because these people are a bunch of criminals. They say they are Abraham children. And this is not Abraham land. Nigeria is not Abraham land, as far as I can tell. Now, let me try to explain so you understand. In those days, before they were Nigeria, let's look at some ethnic group that has been able to emerge as one organically. You call them every day. You talk about them every day. You think they are the same people. It is recently, because of the activities of the provocators, you now begin to see some of them body language changing. Let us look at the Akwa Ibom people. When you say Akwa Ibom people, or when you say Calabar people, before Akwa Ibom state was created, we call them the Calabar people. And when Akwa Ibom state was created, it looks like because you have more of these people in Akwa Ibom state, because there are other numerous ethnic groups in the overall Calabar, and then the name Akwa Ibom begins to like overshadow Calabar. But of course, for people who are not acquainted with the terrain of the South region, you could easily still call them Calabar. But this is the amazing thing. This ethnic group you call Akwa Ibom, under the umbrella, you have 4 ethnic groups. 4 ethnic groups. You have the Bibio, you have the Efik, you have the Anang. They are not the same people. Yes, the Bibio and the Anang are closely related, more than the Efik. These people can trace some of their origin or some of their people down to Congo and Cameroon. But here in Nigeria, when you hear Ibibio, Efik, and Anang, you think they are the same people. They are just like Anyoma. They are just like Ikwere. When each of them speak, some of them don't understand the other one. But over time, they have emerged organically. They agree to become who they are today. And so when we talk about them, we talk about Ibibio, Efik, and Anang. Go and look at their history. Some of them will tell you they migrate from Philistine. Some of them will tell you they migrate from Congo. Another will tell you they migrate from Igbo. Go and look at that one migrating from Igbo. It's Igbo people distorting history that have written that. But these are unique ethnic groups. Whether they fall from heaven, whether they come from the sky, whether they come from hellfire, they have been able to emerge organically, and now they are one. Amazingly, in their midst, you have the Eka people. The Eka people are neither Ibibio, Efik, or Anang. Go and ask them, the one that still know where they are coming from. They are my people. They are Eka people. Forget about it. It's not because they are all Eka or Eka. They are my people. Because I have dabbled into the history that says these people left some years ago and they didn't come back again. They actually return home once in a while. But after so many generations, they did not return again. Now, I'm not looking at the activities going on under the umbrella of Calabar people or Akwa Ibom people. I'm only trying to make other Nigerians to understand that these people so far are not killing themselves. These people so far are not spending money to tell Efik man that you are Anang man, or to tell Anang man that you are Ibibio man, or to tell Ibibio man that you are Eka man. These people have been able to attain to the level of maturity where they will use a simple organ, one for all for one. Go and look at their history since the creation of Nigeria. They know this truth. And they have been trying their best to manage this mindset. That is how you win people. Today, if you touch Ibibio man, you have touched Efik man. If you touch Efik man, you have touched Anang man. And when you touch Anang man, you have touched Eka man. But let's leave the Ogoja and the rest of it out of that, because they are their own unique ethnic group. Nobody is claiming them. Congo is not claiming them. Cameroon is not claiming them. Philistine is not claiming them. And they are not claiming anybody. That is one. Let us move down to Ikwere people. And Anyoma. No, let's go to Benin first. Because Ikwere and Anyoma are similar. We are carrying the same cross, which our leaders are not seeing. They say they want to unite their father and their mother. If you look at Benin, going back to Bender State, we don't even know who is who. But I know that Bender State has 3 fronts, 3 faces. When you go to the Benin axis, we have the Benin, or let's say the Orionwo, the Esako, the Ekpoma, and the Awuchi people. We don't know who is who. They were able to form a unique presence that whether you are Orionwo, Esako, Ekpoma, Awuchi, whether you are from any of these, you are seen as a Benin man. But with the presence of the provocators, I'm shocked these days. When you look at the social media, you hear people say, Benin are the problem. They shall do this one. They shall do this one. Benin can't do this one. They do this one. If you begin to fight yourself, you will not survive. Because that is what the provocator wants. I'm coming. What if Ifik and Anango, if they are having any crisis that is threatening them as an ethnic group in Nigeria, it is only the Akwa Ibom in Abia State and in Ebonyi State that are under attack. Akwa Ibom people are in River State. Or have you not heard about Andone? Andone people are Akwa Ibom people in River State. Have you heard anybody say they marginalize them? They do them this, they do them. I didn't say Ndone, I said Andone. They are right there around Ogoni Axis. These are Akwa Ibom people. Only the ones that is in Abia State and the ones that is in Ebonyi, they are the only one having problem. But come to Benin today. Follow the social media. Those of you from Benin. To you, you are a blogger. To you, you have the louder voice. But what they are trying to do is to stage manage all of you so that you fight yourself. You see somebody say, I'm a Benin man. Isha cannot go anywhere. He must come and hustle in Benin. I clap for you. Another one, we say, no, Isha have history. Isha no have history. The instinct there is, when did it all start? When did it begin? Who is fanning this thing? What does that person want? Nobody was shouting Benin or Isha or Benin. Nobody was calling Akpoma or Awuchi. Nobody was. It was amazing. Ambrose Ali is not a Benin man. He's an Isha man. But we never knew until provocators infiltrated Benin people. And Benin, you have a job to do. All they will do is disorganize you. You must activate your instincts. I'm coming. Let us come back to Ikwere. It's on record. When you hear Ikwere people, these are not the same people. They did not canvass to become Ikwere. They were not on social media. They were not begging anybody. Over time, they emerged organically. If you see Ikwere people today, some of them are descendants from Imo State. Some of them are descendants from Abia State. But don't forget, there was a time there is nothing like Imo State, Anambra State, or Abia State. It was Moritola Mohammed that created it. Maybe you should know about one song. Moritola Mohammed, Moritola Mohammed, Moritola create Imo State, Moritola create Anambra State. Maybe you have heard that song. So it was Moritola that created Anambra State. It was Moritola that created Imo State. So who were they? Where I migrate from Igbo, you migrate from Igbo. What we know is what you want to tell us. Without Moritola, you that is Anambra, the first son of Unri, you that is Imo man, where were you? I'm coming. But current day, let's go by the name. You have Imo State people who are now Ikwere people, full blood. You have Abia State people who are now full blood. I would have said that Ishopo people, majority of them come from Imo State. You can say I lie, because not all of them. Because we still have Hausa people that are indigenous of Elele as we speak. I would have said that the entire half of Obigbo is from Abia State. But I will lie. Somebody can fault me. Because outside the Asa and then Doke, in Oyibo, you have other ethnic groups. But now watch this Ishopo, watch this Elele. Go down to Ebema. Go down to Ohaji. Go down to this Obigbo. You can see from Eche and the rest of them. But then come back to around Rumola, Choba, Mbuoba, and Ozoba. Go to those areas. You begin to hear another set of Ikwere people. Some of them refer to themselves to the 7 sons of Apana. Rumudara, Rumukurushi, and the rest of them. These are the descendants of Apana. If they tell you they migrated from Benin, why not respect them? Must all of us migrate from Igbo land? Who is Igbo? Before 1800, who is Igbo man? They are provocators, but I'm coming. And so Ikwere as an ethnic group today is not meant for people that come from the same place. Igbo Biafra people, learn and respect us, because we know you are provocators. Jaja of Opobo, a man sold by his people into slavery, was later crowned a king of somewhere is a stranger. Just the same way Joseph was made a prime minister in Egypt. He had something to offer. They give it to him. They appreciated him. Today, Igbo people who sold their brother are not ashamed to even hide the secret. They are now telling you that the land of those people who accommodated Jaja of Opobo belongs to them. Now, let me tell you, Opobo people have dethroned Jaja of Opobo the moment he died. They did not allow Opobo's son to sit on that throne for many years until Peter Odele made peace. Beg them. If your ancestors actually honored him, allow him. Go and ask Opobo people. Go and ask Adama. Go and ask Toby and anybody that cares to know from Opobo. Without Peter Odele, Opobo's son will not sit down on that throne again. Why? Because of provocators. So there were nobody anywhere. The descendant of Apana, under the umbrella of Ikwere people, the Emuawa people, nobody is telling anybody, you migrate from here, I migrate from here. Gone are those days. They have evolved. Now they have Obako Ikwere. Obako Ikwere is not claiming anybody, but the provocators who went there as they went to Benin. Today, the leader of Ndibo, the fake version of Ohanese Ndibo, or is it the original version? Very shameful. It's now Ikwere man. And Ikwere man to him is doing it for political interest. Provocators. If Ikwere people has not had a front where they protect themselves, by now, Ikwere will be fighting each other. Just look at Oli Wike and Fubara matter. River State is almost shut them down. Without your knowledge, I'm coming home. Let us go to Ijo side. As a child in Bender State, I don't know what we know in Bender State is that you are a Bini person, you are a Nyoma person, or you are a Ijo person. But we know that under these three groups, ethnic groups, we have our differences, just like that of Ibibio, Efik, and Nana, the Akwa Ibom people or the Calabar people, as you may call it. So once you are from Riverine, don't forget half of Bayelsa State, Patani Aziz were all part of Bender State. Once you are from this place, down to Calabar, you live in Riverine, we call you a Ijo. Whether you are Urubu, Shekiri, Abraka, Oli, all of you are seen as a Ijo. But it's not as if we don't know that all of you are not a Ijo. But you were evolving organically until people of interest came. I was in a high meeting, confidential meeting, discussing about our people. And I was shocked. One Ijo man I respect so much said in that meeting, for some reason, let me leave him, that Urubu is not a Ijo, Ishekiri is not a Ijo. I've not recovered from it. So who is the Ijo? Kalabare, Wakreke, provocators are on your heels. People of interest, that is what they are. If they don't get what they want, they will upset the balance. But if you don't activate your instincts, you will not survive them. Now, they've not been able to boss Anyoma. The same narrative applied to Anyoma. We have Anyoma people, these Eka people, Osimili people, Ndokwa people, which is Okwane, Anyocha people, maybe they say they are Inuane. We know where we come from. Originally, we are not the same people. But over time, our cultures and traditions are similar. Of course, with that of Igbo, just like the Ikwere is similar with that of Igbo. But where you know the truth is the value. Let's look at that first. As Anyoma people, I am a Kama. And I know how we place ourselves when you talk about the issue of Anyoma. But we have not insulted any tribe. Whether it's Okwane, whether it's Anyocha, whether it's Usimili, whether it's Ndokwa, whether you say you are Inuane. We have not insulted anybody. And none of us has insulted each other. We learned to respect each other's boundary. If Asaba choose to do anything, we leave Asaba. If they think it's the right thing. And if Okwane say this is what we want to do, we respect them if they feel it's the right thing. Because now who wears shoe, know where they pay now. And if Eka people say this is what we want, we leave them. We all have internal crisis. If you want to know we have internal crisis, there is a topic I will bring up. I say Eka people gather here. If we don't fight before we end that discussion, you will know I'm lying to you. But we know that discussing this matter will cause problem for us. And even though anybody win in this argument, it is not going to help anybody. What do? We shield our sword and we cross our finger. Because we know a day will come. If this decision begin to fight against us as a people, and then we open the chapter. But for now, there is no need for provocation. So we are Abo people. But the provocators now want to come in. The same way they steal Mbata, and it's not the leader of Ndibo. Fake one, they are coming. They have stolen Nedimoko. And now ordinarily, once they succeed, because the level they are going to is to provoke us. And now I begin to insult Anyocha people. I begin to insult Okwani people. I begin to insult Usimili people. I begin to insult everybody. Because I'm a Kama. Because they form Mugu for Igbo Biafra people. And this is what they are doing. And when they finish this their provocation, they will fall behind and pretend that they are the solution. They are the peacemaker. And meanwhile, they're pushing the false narrative from behind. This is how it is happening on the political arena. This is the same thing that is happening on the religious arena. This is the same thing that is happening in our lives. Somewhere along the line, we must learn The purpose of this broadcast is to make you see the activities of the provocators, how they function, they infiltrate you, they cause problem among you, which is ultimately the challenge of Africa. Look at Africa today. They gave us boundary. They told us you must hate this one. Do you know, as Africa, there is a country you will enter right here in Africa, they will kill you. I'm talking of Morocco. Am I talking about Libya? Don't you know there are many African countries? Just when you hear North Africa, South Africa, West Africa, why are we not able to come together? You now have OAU, Organization Unity of West Africa. Only West Africa. What happened to North Africa? Go there. You will know that the injuring of Africa, what they did to us, these provocators, Igbo Biafra people are learning, what they did to us. You are a Pan-Africa, you don't know what you are going into. What is the relationship between West Africa and North Africa? Not to talk of Central Africa, before we begin to talk about South Africa. What is our relationship? Because the provocators sowed the seed of discord. Don't mind West African people. They don't have sense. They are following British. They will kill you. British is fraudulent. You will agree. And then they will go, the ones in Central Africa or North Africa, we say, don't mind them. They are Christian. They are infidel. Arab will brainwash them. Provocators. You go to South Africa, maybe German, another European country, they are maneuvering there. But we are saying Africa and unite. How are you going to unite in the presence of provocator? If you don't deal with this provocator, Africa will not unite. Oh, our one Nigeria, we must unite it because religion is nothing. I agree. What about the provocators? How do you survive them? This is the purpose of this broadcast. Now let's look at it. I was taught that animal lives by instincts, but we can reason. Animal lives by the instincts that they have to eat another animal to survive. They don't reason progressively like human. When you buy a chicken, the same way chicken behave 100 years ago is the same way chicken still behave today. Instincts. When you buy a goat, since we know the history of goat eat grass. Till tomorrow morning, goat will eat grass. Nobody teach goat how to eat grass. Instincts. When you see a lion, it does not need to eat grass. Nobody teach a lion not to eat grass. He knows he has to feed on another animal. Who taught the lion? Instincts. And so that is why it is said that only animal lives by the instincts. Somewhere along the line, they have to follow the tradition from January to December. Because what happened to them was registered in their DNA. This is where the Igbo Biafra man lose it all. Our DNA is affected, or it is carrying the fear of other people. Let me go deeper. Maybe you'll understand. So this thing you are pushing now, when we act on instincts, you will not survive it. The DNA, you know, can be genetically, naturally, spiritually, or mentally enhanced. Anyone you like, choose. Don't forget, I'm not an Englishman. So don't tell me you can't speak English. I'm not a medical doctor. Don't expect me to give you the perfect medical terms. Now, let's continue. Your DNA can be tampered with. Your DNA carries the fear of people you don't know. Because when certain information hit your brain connects it through some chemicals, which record this very activity in your DNA. And this is what makes you fear somebody. Now, let me digress. If you are in Nigeria, those of you who are part of the old Eastern region, in fact, all of you in Nigeria, be sincere. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. When you are dealing with Igbo man, how do you feel? Some of you, Igbo person has not defrauded you. Some of you, Igbo person has not done you bad. But in Nigeria here, when you talk about Igbo man, what comes to your mind? I want you to be sincere on your own. And why should it be so? Like for me, as an Igbo man, before I joined Biafra agitation, before I saw the criminality in the life of Igbo Biafra people, I have always carried a fear that is not of my own. And that is when we talk, they say, Igbo man, you cannot trust them. Any small thing, Igbo, you cannot trust them. And once it's evolved Igbo, you say, hey, you know, they are mocking us. Already, well, when we shout already, oh, it's not as if we totally disagree with you. It's not as if totally, it's a way of exclaiming, so everybody pay attention. Once it's already, everybody will want to know what is happening. This is how we feel. Without IPOB or Fonanda Kanu Igbo Biafra, Igbo people have not done me anything. No. But I started feeling this thing, even when I was in the primary school. This is the fear of my ancestors that I'm carrying. And so what do? When we want to do anything with them, we shift back and we observe them. Some of them has not done anything to you. Why are you carrying other people's fear? That is instincts. Now you are in Nigeria. Let's look at Hausa people. Once you have quarrel with Hausa man, you should expect knife. Are they the only one that can cut cutlass? Ikwere people can cut cutlass very well, though. But they don't carry cutlass up and down looking for who to cut. Only when they have land dispute, make sure you come with your cutlass, because you will not like the reception. But Ikwere man don't carry cutlass everywhere. So by instinct, you should know when you are going to deal with Ikwere man over land dispute, cutlass may visit you. Unlike the Hausa. Just tell Hausa person, you are stupid, you are mad, he will drag knife. And they have killed many people over the years. That action has registered into our DNA. It echoes in our DNA. And so these days, when we know that the Hausa man in our one Nigeria is prone to carry dagger, we self now have to use our instincts to carry firewood. And so all my life, when I want to fight with a Hausa person on a neutral ground, my target is firewood, better plank, because I expect knife. Now, they have not caught me once. I've never fought with a Hausa person all my life. I've had them as friends. But now, I carry the fear of my ancestors that has been killed by Hausa people. Because they have misunderstanding. You just kill the person. Now, this is one danger the provocators don't know they are activating. You see all this thing your Igbo Biafra is doing? You want to push us to now reason like animal. Instincts. And that is the only way to survive. When we know we go to the police station, we will not get justice. The people develop instincts. When we know the politicians are there to enrich themselves, the people will develop instincts. When we know we cannot find justice, when we know the system will never save us, we develop instincts. We talk to our family members. We talk to our relatives, our ordeal, everything we go through. The last result is to activate your instincts. And that is where value comes in. Look at the colonial masters today. They hold us down. They will never leave us. Do you know why? There are two reasons. We just discovered one. One, Britain, America, all these people who suppose world power, they will not leave you. They are working with their instincts. For the China and Japan, Indian and other countries that have been able to regain themselves from the claws of these imperialists, believe me, it is animalistic instincts that is keeping them to survive. Let me digress so you understand. During the eras of the Gada Hunters, the Snow, these European people, these British people, these Saxon Anglo, all these Oyibo people, they suffered. During the eras they call hunter-gatherers. They suffered. And everything they are doing today, they don't want to go back to the cave. They don't want to suffer again. Instead of them to go back through that era again, experience that pain again, they rather destroy the whole world. That is instincts. That is what is keeping them to survive till tomorrow morning. One of them. And the other one is that we are trying to find out, did we offend them? Did our ancestors offend them? Because the fear has been registered in their DNA. They can choose to present it in a different way, but they live by instincts. That is why they play you in the floor or in the floor when they are doing their auditing. And then look at people like China. When Hiroshima tells you what they went through, you will know why they manufacture AK-47. When China comes out and tells America to shut up, if America bomb us, we will bomb America back. You will know they are using their instincts. When India keep quiet and is fighting with the people around the border without making, you know these people are making proper use of their instincts. Do you know the suffer India went through? The poorest continent in the whole world. Do you know what they went through? But activating our instincts is the last option. But somewhere along the line, you should understand we have instincts. And if we begin to use our instincts, some of you will have problem. Yoruba is using their instincts already. Because what you fear will register inside your DNA. What your father fear will register inside the DNA. When we fear betrayal, anybody work with Igbo Biafra people, betrayal. It registered in the DNA of my father. And now I carry a fear, a burden that is not of my own. How do I survive? I will survive through what my father go through. Do we go back and repeat that error? Don't forget we are not animals. And so most of you who do not understand why we are against unity of Igbo people, let me explain to you. Unity is what we want. But the unity that will assimilate us, we will not accept it. We have told Igbo Biafra people, leave us alone. Some of us are Igala. Some of us are Yoruba descendants. Some of us are from Benin descendants. Some of us are Ijo descendants. Leave us alone. Igbo people say, no, you answer my name, you speak my language, you do this one, you do that one, you must do that. Ultimately, their body language is that land you are staying is Igbo land. I see them interview somebody from Omok. And they ask the person, are you people Igbo? The person say, no, we migrated from Benin. And that Igbo unity idiot guy now asks him, okay, you people came from Benin to this land. The guy say, yes. It's okay if you people come from Benin to this land. That means you people met Igbo people here. When we occupy Eka land, Abo land, there was nothing like Igbo. when we occupy that land, there was nothing like Igbo. So how could we have met Igbo people there? Except we later intermarry with them. How could we have met Igbo people? And now, fellow Nigerians, we must be able to be very sincere and transparent in the things we are doing. Because by the time we begin to live by instincts, all of us have our fear already. It will not end in anybody's favor. But at the same time, you cannot forget that living by our instincts is the only thing that will ensure our survival. Whether in the political arena, live by your instincts. Now, we are watching Wike and Akpabio. We want to see what will become of them. Because all of our minority people who have gone to play Nigerian politics, we know what they go through. We know how they end. And now, with this fear, it will guide us in our future relationship. In the religion arena, we know what it means. The fears of our ancestors is living in our DNA. We fear you, we don't talk about it. And this fear we have for you is not because you will be able to do us anything. It's because if we hold you, we will not leave you. Mark my word, oh. All this rubbish people are doing, insulting every ethnic group, doing everything, and you are pretending for one Nigeria. Our instinct is intact. Why don't we allow Nigeria to emerge as a nation organically without fighting to see who you use? It is instincts that make Benin people to say we don't want a Yaloja. Because ordinarily, what is there? Oh, suffice a Benin person, it's no problem. We use it to honor our president's daughter. Yes, and I agree with Yanoja. But instincts make Benin people to know, no, this is a bad omen. Unity with Igbo Biafra people is a bad omen. Unity of Ikwere is a bad omen. Anything solve Igbo is a bad omen. You that is Igbo, be contented with your Igbo. You will not understand what I'm saying. And Yoma people, you will not understand. By the time they've been able to upset this balance, Osimiri, Ndokwa, Anyocha, and Eka will be fighting ourselves. They will enter us and destroy all that is left of you. Did they tell you, is P2B telling you about villages that have been evacuated in Igbo land? Does it concern him? Some of their governors from Lesotho, all of them are demolishing illegal structure. Are they P2B crying about it? But they are telling you about Lagos. These are provocators. If I go beyond this, I will confuse you. But try and draw the line between the provocator and the need to activate your instincts. When you see they have become issue in your life, try to find out, look inside yourself. You will see that in your parents fear more about them. Consider what they did to your parents. Consider what they will do to you. And then, you will have to survive. But without our instincts, we will not survive. Instinct is this idea, this knowledge that pumps in when there is no way out. Instincts will come out. Some of them are very horrible. When you see dangerous situation, you reason by your instincts. And that idea is just the embodiment of your survivor, nothing more, nothing less. We will not be assimilated by Igbo people. We are not Igbo. Not to talk of being Biafra. Because these are some of the problems we have in Nigeria. Yoruba cannot trust Igbo man. Igbo man cannot trust Hausa man. Hausa man cannot trust Yoruba, and vice versa. It's not because maybe these people are the helm of affair. We are haunted by anybody. They are all living by instincts. That is why no matter what you talk, P2B know you will not be president of Nigeria. But instead, let them scatter the whole place, cause confusion. Hausa know their time will come. But let's see if we can align with Igbo. Because they know Igbo are very emotional. After all, they have nothing to lose. But Yoruba, on the other hand, is working on instincts. I can't trust Hausa, I can't trust Igbo. So all the federal government character, all of them are Yoruba. And you want us to blame them. They are living by their instincts. And that is the only way to survive. When you see your people are threatened. Ikwere people, maybe it's time you live by your instincts. And Yoma people, don't let them fool you. You have to use your instincts. Or else they will destroy all that is left of us. It is your crown they look for, not your heart. We are able, we love ourselves. They are paying gay and lesbians to come and unite us. Gay, lesbian. Now, they see the way they do homosexuals, where they do Igbo unity. Now, is that how you want your children to be? It's a shame. A car is a car. Anyoma is Anyoma. Osimili is Osimili. Ndokwa is Ndokwa. Because we know what they are cooking. We know what we are cooking. We are going to be the ones to bear the brunt. If we have not curtailed Nnamdi Kanu, those of you in Asaba, by now you will be running. If we have not curtailed Nnamdi Kanu. Today they are coming with another body language. It's not obedient movement now. They are going to coalition. Now it's not it's Igbo unity now. This is where I bring the broadcast to an end. I just made use of two ways. To survive the provocators, you need to activate your instincts. Because that is your last line of defense as a people. And those who want unity, go and learn from Akwa Ibom people. Go and learn from the people who have not allowed you infiltrators to infiltrate them. And you that want to unite, allow it to come organically. Or else you will lose it all. When you talk about GMO, genetic enhanced fruits or plants, do you know the unacceptable truth about it is that you cannot reproduce it yourself. You must depend on handout. If you allow Igbo Biafra to incorporate you, assimilate you, you can never be yourself again. You become a Greek fowl. Your broiler, can he lay egg and hatch your egg? Your noiler, can he lay egg and hatch the egg? Your foreign turkey, don't you know we have to import foreign turkey? This is the same thing they want to do. So you start planting there, whether it's GMO or MOO or this rubbish plant. So every year we will knock you. Oyibo, please send us corn to plant. Oyibo, please send us yam to plant. Oyibo, please give us cassava to plant. And rubbish people because of their personal interest. Say, no, it's development. I ask you a question. Your native far where they born since they born your papa, is he not reproducing? Why our noiler, broiler, or cockerel? Why they know they lay egg? The same thing they say, we are uniting. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. They will cut off your source of existence. They will reprogram you. And of course, you should be rest assured, we will not allow them to sell the next generation of our people. The only thing they can do now is insult. But this truth must go out. Once again, before I go to the comment section to receive my insult, I must encourage you, people of the South, my car people, we need to set up a rallying point. You need to set up a rallying point. But until we get the people who understand, who see what we are seeing, the dream and the vision tarries. And in case you are interested in setting up a rallying point for our people, my brother, try and reach out to me because the journey has already begun. Let me take my insult. Who do I see here? I see, okay, he said Chukwuma is not from South, where he was alive. Nothing like South existed. Igbo people never denied Chukwuma until he died. But how did he die? How did he die? How did Chukwuma Nzogo died? You people buried the history. We know. When Chukwuma Nzogo during that period was alone, because he was more Hausa than being Okpana man. Did you hear the name Chukwuma Kadona? He was practically a Hausa boy, because Hausa actually allow people to feel free. We have a lot of Igbo people, you will think they are Hausa till tomorrow morning. It happens to work to one man self, and he was behaving like Hausa. And over time, we became friends. And I was surprised, the Hausa man started speaking Igbo. And I said, I thought you were Hausa man. He said, no, I was born in the north, registered as Hausa man, entered military and entered here and entered here. He said, but now they have retired me. They pushed me back to my community. That is why I'm here. He said, but many people even in my community don't know I'm from this community. They think I'm Hausa man. Just keep it to yourself. So Chukwuma Nzogo has destroyed his home, which was Kaduna. He came back home, Manaincha Bundibu, and went to Enugu, the seat of power in the old eastern region. Remember, at this time, we don't have South, but we have Midwestern region. Why did he not come home Midwestern region and tell us? Were Okpanan part of Eastern region? Felice, has Okpanan ever been part of Eastern region? Somebody run past in house, come go another person's house, go they complain to them. You don't know get sense. So you want to give us history you know nothing about. According to his sister, when he got to Enugu and gathered all these provocators and told them, this is the condition, where do I go from here? They told him it's on his own. He went there with his sister. And on his way back from Enugu, between the boundary of Enugu and Anambra State, he lighted, he came down from his vehicle, told them he was going to ease himself, entered that nearby bush and took his life. Was that not the report the sister gave? Because he was betrayed, he was abandoned by the same people who use him. Was that not what Nnamdi Kanu was trying to do? Tell me one person that worked with Igbo people that was not betrayed. I beg you, make una the cover and shame, say don't they shame all of us. Do for insult and tell me, you cannot change any history. I see Ikechi, comrade, you know us very well. Ikwere man, na cutlass, na 5 and 6. Now the truth. But Ikwere know they carry cutlass, they look for who to cut. Come enter the trespass for the ancestral and make cutlass visit you. We don't have to tell lies. We don't have to say anybody is this one or anybody is that one. We just want to tell the provocators to get off our land. And who is your dealer? You must be taking Aspire Kulu. I don't understand what you are saying, but let me not see anything so that I will not insult good people. I see Obo, I greet you. Igbo Biafra people are not yet here. But I see my brother Henry Chimes here. I greet you, Henry Chimes here. Still trying to cure the Igbo Biafra people. They say now the kind of madness now that the DSS don't have the drug to cure him. So maybe they should bring him to one native doctor in Abo, because we cure mad people there. Useless set of people. This is where I'll bring the broadcast to an end. As a man, I greet you. We'll continue.